Hello, this is Michael Clark Jr. here. Tonight I'm doing a video presentation on Apply What You Learned number 2. So let's get into it. So there are many things that we learned and many lessons that we learned from this class, and some of them I use in a real life experience. This presentation I want to focus on chapter 12, organizing and finding support for your speech. This chapter goes over topics like your purpose and thesis, organizing your speech, and creating an outline, and finding support for your speech. Some of these lessons or skills I have personally used in my life, and then I'm going to share with you. And funny enough, we're applying some of these lessons or concepts right now. I've used concepts like organizing my speech and creating an outline. Now again, I provided the outline in this assignment here, so if you want to look at it while I'm doing this presentation, you're allowed to. So I made sure to have an introduction, a body, transitions, and soon you're going to see the conclusion for this speech. I'm also including some main points and some sub points when writing this outline. Now I made it so that this presentation can be better understood, or at least I'm hoping it's better understood. And I managed to use concepts from chapter 12 and applying it to this exact assignment. I've also learned these concepts in my speech class and remember a specific event. Now, when I was studying at Northwest Vista Alamo College, it's a community college, we used actually a lot of these concepts, and I remember one student standing out. It almost felt like he was trying to show off at that point because it's very good. He was able to effortlessly explain the purpose of the speech. He also managed to organize the speech by properly organizing his thoughts. And he showed me his outline, which included some non-verbal transitions too, which I think was pretty cool. Again, if I was doing a real life presentation when I was standing up, I would just be standing still. I'm going to be honest. So he was very good on showing some non-verbal transitions. And he even showed support for his speech by showing statistics, which is very important to do when showing evidence on an argument you're trying to argue, right? The other thing that I noticed was his body language, which I really like. You know, we recently were shown a TED Talk in one of the assignments where they mentioned or talked a little bit about body language. And to me, body language is very important because it shows confidence and makes the audience more engaged. If your body language shows like a certain energy to it, if you're moving a certain way, it might show the audience that you're really into this presentation, and they're more likely to pay attention more. Some of these skills can also be transferred in many different ways. So there's something that I like to do, and it's writing. If I have to take notes or make a story, it's something that I just enjoy to do, and I like to write it. So I think the reason I like to do it is because I like to organize some things that they're just in my head. And the process of writing just sometimes helps organize my thoughts. And chapter 12, of course, talks about organizing your speech, and it helped me use this skill from my personal life to my academic life. You know, it's just sometimes we just use these skills from, chapter 12 or any other chapter sometimes without realizing it sometimes. It's just, I've been using the word sometimes a lot, but you get my point. We use these skills from chapter 12 without realizing it. And I think that's pretty cool that we can better understand some of these concepts from this class. So I'd like to finally leave you with this. So these concept skills can be used in many ways as explained in this presentation, whether it has to do with looking at other people's work for inspiration or using these skills without realizing it. It's great that we're using skills and just have better ways to understand them through the means of education. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you for watching.